congratulations on your Star Trek show, but we're here for Picard.
I'm here to watch Patrick's show, yeah. I can't wait.
This show and this series and this franchise, it's such a big franchise, but also the core and the kind of compassion and the humanity of the show is what considered. Do you think that's why it's been going for so long, that it's been able to do those things?
Genesis was a man who was outraged by what he was seeing in the streets and wanted to join in with the birth of civil rights and feminism and black power and fight against the Cold War. And I think it's always been a progressive show, and it's done that brilliant thing of telling entertaining stories and subliminally showing us that we can do better. As human beings, we can do better, we can be more tolerant, more compassionate. I think Discovery did that enormously in dealing with assimilation and racism and Trumpism in many ways. And I think Patrick had some very strong ideas. He also doesn't want to repeat himself. And I think Picard will be a completely different tone from anything you've seen before.
Yeah. And have you got used to the kind of fandom of the show? It's kind of feverish. And the guys were saying when they went to Comic-Con, it's just like going to they're like rock concert. It's like mad.
People love different shows for different reasons. There are people who just like the tech stuff in Star Trek, but mostly what I've come across is that people who are in tune. They feel that that this is speaking their language to them because they also want to be part of the family. The family, literally, they want the human race to aspire to do better, and we hope that we don't need catastrophes or the kind of war that is in the background of the story of Star Trek in order to form a federation. And so, yeah, I think there's a bunch of fun stuff along the way, and there's aliens and there's VFX, but really at the heart of it is that we can all do better and we can all be kinder.
Yeah, you say about aspirations and inspirations. I can imagine Patrick Stewart was an inspiration as a young actor. What was it about him, or what do you think it is about him that people respond to so well?
He's just a really good actor. I mean, the thing about acting is I don't know what it is about Patrick. He becomes the characters. He's a magnificent actor, so I saw him as Claudius first, I think, to Derek Jacobi's Hamlet. And, every time you see him, he is the person he's playing. I don't know Patrick at all, but I know his characters.
And just finally, forgive me if you're...
He's not Jean-Luc Picard. Jean-Luc Picard is an extraordinary leader. I don't know if I follow Patrick into battle, but I definitely follow, Jean-Luc Picard.
Jean-Luc is the kind of leader that we need right now, isn't he?
He certainly is. I wish he was running for president and prime minister.
Absolutely. Just finally, correct me if IMDb is completely wrong, but you're about to take on your greatest challenge of voicing Dick Dastardly in the Scooby-Doo movie?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was fantastic. They're amazingly creative guys. They let me right off the leash. It's weird because you're doing a lot of improvised comedy, but you're not with the other actors. So these are big group ensemble comedy scenes, but I'm all by myself in a studio in London. So I hope it cuts together. I know I had a riot doing it.
Fantastic. We'll look forward to that. Thanks so much for your time. Pleasure. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey,